there was some fun things that I thought I could do. The first thing, Pyro Gales. Obviously, this turns Consecration into some juicer damage. And because we have access to Frenzied Blade, we get 3 of them. So we're going to make one build surrounding that. We're going to go with Blade Fury for the super, although you could kind of go with whatever. It just kind of depends on what you want for your buff. That ties into Facet of Purpose. Barricade can kind of be whatever you choose. I like Catapult Lift, but doesn't really matter. Frenzied Blade, so we can get those 3. And then I'm going with Glacier Grenades because your Consecrations will destroy them and deal a little bit more shatter damage. However, you could go with Shackle Grenades if you really wanted to. Pulse, Suppressor Nades, whatever you choose. Knockout is going to be our first aspect, so we can get more melee range and damage, and we can start healing off of kills. And then we have Consecration, so we can get tied into Pyro Gale. Our fragments, we're going to use Facet of Ruin to increase the size and damage of a burst when you shatter a stasis crystal, building into Glacier Grenades if you're using them, and frozen targets as well, or increases the area of effect of solar ignitions, which is exactly what Consecration does. Facet of Protection for some increased resistance while surrounded, getting +10 strength as well. This one gives us +10 mobility, but that doesn't really matter. Facet of Purpose is going to be whatever you want for your super, so when we pick up an orb, it's going to give us Amplified if we're on an Arc Super, Resto if we're on a Solar, Frost Armor if we're on a Stasis, Woven Mail, Strand, Overshield for Void. Then we're going to go Facet of Balance so we can get our grenades and melees back faster. When we rapidly defeat enemies with light, we'll get melee energy. Rapidly feeding targets with darkness will give us grenade. Facet of Dawn is going to be the last one, so anytime a powered melee hits a target, it'll make us radiant, and powered melee final blows will make nearby allies radiant as well. With this one, though, Facet of Balance, you could change it out if you want to. This is the least important one of the build. The other 4, you should definitely be keeping. Now, stats, obviously, you're going 100 Resil. Why wouldn't you? You're getting 30% damage reduction. And then Discipline, and then Strength. Mainly focus on Strength second there, and then Discipline, or you could go Recovery if you really want to. I just recommend this. For weapons, you could go with a 1-2 punch shotgun if you really wanted to with your super. You could go Tractor Cannon for an exotic if you want. However, Red Death is going to give you a ton of healing upon kills, so you could go with that as well. I've been really loving Red Death. I've been also really liking the Call, but it's kind of up to you. You could also go with Monte Carlo to get a lot of melee charges back as well. This one would make the build really, really, really fun. And then you could run Indebted Kindness in the energy slot. Heavy can be whatever you like. For armor mods, hands-on, so we can get super energy on melee kills, and then I go heavy ammo finder and scout, so I can find those heavy ammo bricks a lot faster for me and my team. Heavy handed on the gauntlets to create orbs on the final blows. Impact to get grenade cooldown reduced when you get a damage with a powered melee, and then I just throw on fastball. Resistances for whatever you like, and then I go recuperation and better already to get health regen off picking up an orb, and then absolution to kind of get less cooldown on all the abilities when we pick up an orb. Outreach, powerful attraction, and then Reaper on the class item. And we just... Okay, what is... That is so weird. Why do I, like, not go off the ground? Anyways, knockout time, heal. Oh, even knockout procs that too, because knockout is now arc damage. The melees. So we're just getting a ton of arc damage buildup, or melee damage buildup because of our fragments, giving us extra melee energy every time we get a defeat with a light damage. The Domino. I love Domino's Pizza. And then our grenade will come back from darkness damage. Let's just destroy this whole pile here. And then our melees are also, or our melee hits and kills are also proccing knockout. Give us even more health regen.
Detecting multiple waves of reinforcements inbound on your position.
And then if we're using Red Death, we're getting more healing. And then when we're transcended, We will have a ton of melee regeneration instantaneously. We got a lot of prismatic builds coming along. We've got Hunter, we've got Warlock still. We've got plenty of builds with prismatic because there's so many different options. And then when we get the class items next week after the raid, we're going to have a ton of options to go with alongside that. So the builds are going to keep on flowing. I'm going to be working on trying to get all of these prismatic fragments so I can have a little video for a guide to get you guys all of them. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. It's free. Make sure to go follow me on TikTok and Twitch where this was recorded. We have a good time over here. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Grenade. Consecration will destroy our glacier crystals, dealing a ton of damage.